Today is the day to watch the second Boss Baby movie. If you're not sure about the story, check out our recap of the first movie. The second film starts by showing Tim Templeton all grown up. He's married and has two lovely daughters named Tabitha and Tina. They seem happy, having everything they need. But Tim's younger brother, who's now a big business person, needs Tim's help. The brother is super busy and can't visit family much, just sending gifts on special days. One day, Tim's older daughter Tabitha asks for space. After that, she starts growing apart from Tim, thinking she's all grown up now. This makes Tim feel really nostalgic. Not only is his brother far away, but his daughter also wants space. Tim starts thinking about his life. He goes to the attic to find his old toys. There, he discovers a broken magical wizard that his brother Ted had broken when they were kids. Tim gets worried when he hears weird sounds from baby Tina's room. He hurries to check and is surprised to see Tina standing and talking. Tim faints. Tina tells Tim that she works for Baby Corp, just like her Uncle Ted did. She explains that she can talk because the company is in trouble. Tina needs the help of a brilliant ex-employee of Baby Corp, just like Ted, to fix things. Tina wants Tim to call Uncle Ted, but Tim remembers that Ted never answers his calls because he's always busy with his company. Still, she doesn't give up. She records her dad's voice and leaves a tricky message for Uncle Ted. The message says Tabitha had an accident. The next day, we see Ted landing in the backyard, saying that Tim had supposedly sent him a voice message. He thought it was a trick by baby Tabitha, so he heads to the kitchen. There, he spills the beans about everything that's been going on. Ted doesn't believe it at first, thinking it's a fib. Then Tina starts talking, and they put pacifiers on them that transport them to Baby Corp. This helps Ted remember everything. Tina explains that a guy named Edwin Armstrong made schools worldwide, recruiting gifted kids to speed up their learning. They wanted to use these smart kids to control the world. Coincidentally, the school's director is the same man as Tabitha's director. They nickname him the Director. Ted gets a call to infiltrate Tabitha's school to find out his plans. The director made a formula to turn adults into babies for 48 hours. Tim joins in so they can both help, especially because it's about his daughter. Ted says a bus will pick them up next day. They're supposed to figure out how to put spying stuff in the director's office. But, oops, they doze off and the bus leaves them behind. No worries, they ride Tabitha's pony to school. They cross streets, a movie place, and a Christmas tree before reaching school. Tim swaps pins with Ted and goes to Tabitha's class. He's amazed to see she's already super smart. He introduces himself as Marcus to keep it low-key. He starts acting up in class to go to the principal's office, but instead of that, they put him in a water-surrounded place, like a timeout. Meanwhile, Ted manages to glue his way up the school roof to the principal's office. Guess what? The principal's actually a baby in a robot suit who just wants power. Quite a twist. When Tim, still going by the name of Marcus, gets out of the water-surrounded place, he walks through the yard searching for his brother. Ted is leading a group of other babies who act like they're in jail. Then, Marcus tells him he doesn't want to work with him anymore, saying things were better when he was on his own. He leaves, and Marcus hears Tabitha's classmates picking on her. They say she can't sing well and will mess up at the school festival. Later, when they're leaving, Marcus talks a lot with Tabitha and gets her mom to take him. At the festival, Marcus supports his daughter. Tabitha hopes her dad will be there with her festival song. Tim's parents arrive for dinner and tell Marcus he looks a lot like their son, Tim. The only difference is that he doesn't wear glasses. On his side, he meets with the director who shows him a secret place full of babies making apps for him. The director plans a world without adult rules. He thinks grown-ups bring trouble, and he's mad because his parents made him study boring stuff early, turning him into a smart baby. He ran away to create a world without adults messing things up. Back home, his family's having dinner. They talk about how Tim and Ted did everything together when they were kids and how close they were. This makes the brothers sad, and Tina notices. Marcus, who earned Tabitha's trust, teaches her some singing tricks for the school festival. There, she shows Uncle Ted a letter from when they were little. It says Ted accepted the role of being Tim's little brother and promised love. This makes Ted nostalgic, realizing how distant they've become. Just then, Tim arrives. Ted acts like everything's fine and gives him the fixed magical wizard. He explains his plan to become the director. Ted tells him not to worry because Baby Corp will sort it out. The brothers were about to say goodbye, but Tina noticed they'd been getting really close. She made up that Baby Corp wouldn't do anything, and they had to stop the director themselves. Festival day came. The director told Ted he'd make them adults again using an app that takes photos. Ted tries to switch off the lights to avoid the pictures, but it's tough as he wants to hear Tabitha sing. He manages to turn off the lights, but it's a trap. The director captures them, planning a show with Tabitha. But it doesn't work out since the adult audience turned into zombie-like people. Tabitha thinks nobody liked her singing and runs away. She sees her family in a tough spot and reveals she can talk to help. She works to disconnect the director's app. Meanwhile, Ted and Tim escape the box with Tabitha's pony. They go to the acorn tree to stop the director, but he traps them by sticking them to the tree and calls for help from the zombie adults. Just then, Tina arrives in the robotic suit. She climbs the tree to disable the server. The director tries to stop them, but with each hit, he spreads lies. Tabitha tries using a smoke detector to break the server, but it doesn't work. She then uses soda to create a chemical reaction that opens the server. This saves the day, turns adults back to normal, and the brothers become regular adults again. The director realizes his time is up. The film ends by showing the director making amends with his parents. It's Christmas and there's a miracle. The 13-year-old script not only sent gifts like before, but for the first time, he spent a special day with his family. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more interesting movies.